Hello, everybody. We have a producer here with us today, Mel Beats. How are you doing?
Great, man. Happy to be here.
What inspired you to start producing and making music?
Really, I've been listening to music like my whole life. Really, I got started in 2016, back when Metro Boomin and like Southside 808 Mafia producers like that were really like the top producers at the time, and just listening to music by like Drake, Future, Big Sean, listening to all types of music like that. It really inspired me. Like, how are they doing this? And then looking into it and um, downloaded FL Studio and been at it ever since.
Who would you say then is your biggest influence when it comes to producing?
Artist wise, I'd say probably like Lil Durk, Polo G, like that melodic, almost like pain hard type of style, Rod Wave, stuff like that. As far as producers, I would say, like I said, Metro and Southside, just even though my stuff doesn't sound exactly like them, that's what like got me started in production, like period. Um, More recently, I'd say like Ant Chamberlain, um, Nick Mira, of course, watching Internet Money videos. I've learned a lot from watching him. 88, he's a melodic producer, does a lot of like guitar beats and stuff like that. Um, yeah, people like that. Nick Mira, Ant Chamberlain, 88, those type of producers, just getting different styles from them.
Yeah. Speaking of like the kind of like the Rod Wave, a Lil Durk type beats, I could definitely hear that within your style.
I'm actually from West Virginia.
West Virginia. Okay.
Yeah, small town here, Parkersburg, West Virginia. People, when I tell them I'm from West Virginia, it usually throws them off guard.
How is the music community around there?
um, it's not like there are some rappers here. There are people that try to like do music and stuff like that, but it's very hard for anyone here to actually like break out. Like if anyone's gonna break out in West Virginia, like anywhere in the state, to be honest, it's gonna be off of social media or like something like that. There's no like big studios, there's no big music scene necessarily. The biggest scene is probably in Morgantown, West Virginia. That's where like West Virginia University is. And they'll bring in once or twice a year some like decent known acts, like Jack Harlow's performed there, stuff like that, like because that's a bigger college town. But other than that area, like there's really no big music scene. So like all my influences are from the outside, like just seeing everything. There's no like local artists I've seen like, oh yeah, like I get inspired from that. Like it's not like Chicago or Florida or anything. It's like I listen to what is going on around the whole like USA. Like nothing is really popping off in West Virginia.
The loop makers, they've been going crazy recently. Like you seen, like it was just like last week, Gavin Hadley got a placement on Donda 2. And it's just like
I saw that, yeah.
Like they're just going up. Like it's hard to believe that just these dudes that like send you loop packs are like now like at the top. It's crazy.
It's crazy, but seeing how consistent a lot of them are, like it makes sense. I try to I work with a few different producers because I like upload on YouTube every day. So I try to work with producers in like my sound, whether they make like piano or guitar or whatever type of melodies they're making. And it seems like every single week on the same day they're on it. So like if I can't think of something that day, I got like a backup plan, like, oh, I'm gonna go through what this producer sent me or this producer sent me for like this type of loop. And it's just consistency. Like they're on it for sure. the majority of my titles is like Lil Durk X Polo G title, and then like the free for profit thing or whatever. But that lets me have like a pretty wide variety of what I can do, because recently Dirk's been doing like harder type of beats and like some of the pain stuff here and there. So I try to do the hard stuff too and mix that in, and some of those get decent views. So instead of getting stuck on that one style, because it can get exhausting making the same style like every single day. So it's
Yeah.
pretty nice to have that, like Polo G, I'll do his name first if it's like a guitar beat or something like that, and then I'll keep it Lil Durk X Polo G, whether it's like piano melodic or whether it's a harder type of beat, like the recent song he had, like the Aha song. I don't know if you heard that one yet or not,
I
but
don't think I have, but yeah.
um, and plus his album's coming out 5 days from now, so I'm like, hopefully that brings up the trend of Dirk type beats and
Yeah.
helps me out a little bit in the process too. Recently I watched the Kanye West documentary too. I don't know if you've seen that at all, but it's crazy to see how like no one necessarily believed in him as an artist, and he just like put himself out there. Obviously, more recently he's like into all types of shenanigans, but he just to see how he came up as a producer and as an artist at the same time is pretty inspiring.
Went to college, right? I
Right.
believe. Yeah. So what was your experience with just that?
Yeah, my college experience, it started like I was still doing football in college, so I played like 2 years of football. I like walked on, and then after the 2 years, I was like, yeah, this is like my heart wasn't in it. So I'm like, I just kind of want to enjoy college for my last 2 years at least. Um, and I'm glad I did, because I met two of my like closest friends now, and we don't like live near each other anymore, but we still keep up with each other almost like every day. Um, so finding friends like that was really important. But as far as like schooling goes, if you're not like if you're not like a doctor, lawyer, or going to like a specific field in like medical or like engineering stuff like that, then yeah, like it's a lot of money to I don't want to say a waste of money, but you really should like you really got to know what you're doing with it. Even if you do a different major, you have to go out and meet people at least, because you're just going to blow money, get a piece of paper, and that's not all that companies need in the job world. They like look for other things. Like you graduate and then jobs will be like, oh yeah, you need 5 years of experience. And it's like, how? Like it's, yeah, I don't want to say it's completely a scam, because
Mhm.
for some people it's good, but for me in college, it's like I discovered I wanted to do music production, and I was like, well, might as well get the degree while I'm still here. But well, actually my major was health science, and then I minored in management. So I do nothing health science related right now. I'm actually an insurance agent, like that's my 9 to 5 thing. But I am training to do personal training like on the side. So
Okay.
while I'm building up music production, I figured I stay pretty consistent with like working out and stuff like that. So that'd be much more enjoyable than an office job. It's
Oh,
absolutely expensive. I had a I had a couple, like 2 or 3 scholarships um going into college. So try to like apply for as many scholarships as you can, and then like financial aid is the real thing that gets you, because shoot, I owe thousands now, but like I plan to manage it and like I don't know, just make sure if you actually go to college, do something that you think you actually want to do, and then put a lot of effort into it. Like going 80,000 to 100,000 for 4 years, that's no joke.
Anything you think is important, and maybe an artist or producer might want to know?
Something an artist or producer might want to know. Really, like if you're doing anything artist or producer wise or trying to make it work, just don't think you're gonna hit some like big home run all of a sudden. Just really focus in. No, it can be like a marathon. Honestly, it might not happen in a year from now or 2 years. It might take a little while, but just focus on being positive. People aren't always going to agree with what you're doing, but as long as you know what you're trying to do with it and you have an actual plan or a vision for your future, then nothing can stop you.
All right. I want to thank you for coming on here and chatting with me a bit. And yeah.
Absolutely. Thanks for the opportunity. I
Yeah, of
really
course,
appreciate it.
anytime. Yeah, anytime.